Ooh, I'm sitting on the floor. That makes the angle all funny. Okay. I'm sorry about there being no video yesterday, but I got invited to a Rotary event kind of last minute, which I'll explain about that later. But anyway, I got kind of invited a little bit late, and, um, sorry. People are actually texting me. Um, but, and so naturally I was out until midnight. And, I'm not talking about important things, okay? I was out until midnight, so I was really too tired to make a blog post. But I'm being on top of it and making one today while I can still kind of remember what I did yesterday. And then of course I can't remember what I did yesterday. This is pretty much me in a nutshell. If you want to know, what did you do yesterday? I don't know. I'm wanting to make a blog post every day. Um, so since I can't remember what I did at school, because that's mostly what I'm trying to remember what I did at school, I don't think there was anything really memorable. Except I got chocolate. I brought my own chocolate at the store, like a big thing of chocolate, so I don't feel bad eating my host family's, or um, I'm not stuck without chocolate if they didn't get any new ones. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I did during the day. And then after school, like I said, I got kind of, there was this Rotary thing, but the email said I had to RSVP by a certain time, and I didn't do that, so I figured, it was okay. I'll just not go, because I don't have to go to every single Rotary meeting. I don't have to be typed up until midnight every Thursday night, so every Friday I can't focus, and I'm so exhausted. There's no hope of me understanding anything that is said. So I figure, it's not that big of a deal, but, because I thought you had to RSVP, and then, so my host dad goes, because, he's part of the club, he has to go to every meeting, and he doesn't have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and, so he actually already left, but then, apparently people were, like, asking where I was, so he called, and he was like, "You want to come?" And I'm like, "Okay," because if he actually called and said, "Do you want to come?" I kind of have to go. So, I said yeah, and we just went down and we went to see the like official Scout Museum of Belgium. I don't know, but it was this like museum and basically a bunch of like postcards and pictures and things from Scouts. It was really boring. Not gonna lie. And then we went down, to this little place and had dinner. And it was nice talking with, the other exchange students in the club, but mostly it was boring. And they kept me out until midnight. Um, and that was pretty much yesterday. It was kind of slow. I probably did something interesting during school, actually, but the only thing I remember really from school yesterday was, okay, for one thing, in PE we played badminton, and I was kind of tired, and I was singing the lazy song while I played, and it's entertaining to playing badminton in PE because nobody's really good at it, and no matter who the partner is, last time we played badminton once before, and my partner was this girl in my class who's really kind of quiet and doesn't talk to anybody in our class, and kind of a loner, kind of like me in school back home, and I played with her, and she was actually a lot of fun to play with. Like, it's not that she's a boring person. She just doesn't like. I don't know. She like doesn't talk to us very much. But like, she's fun to talk to. And then, but anyway, this time I played with somebody else, and somebody who I'm kind of friends with. And so it was fun. And then we went to math after that. We had 2 hours of math. We had one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And then one in the afternoon, I got Reflection from Mulan stuck in my head, and so I was like singing it at the start of class, and the teacher was giving me this look. Oh my god. How is it that I'm starting to realize, because today we also had math towards the end of the day, and I was being kind of silly, and I was getting this weird look. I'm always silly in math at the end of the day. Anyway, um, so yeah, that was yesterday. Got home at midnight, which was so much fun. I love being sleep deprived. So today, um, we're there's this other girl. There's like this lady who like cleans the house, and she has these daughters, and I think she's going to Portugal this week or something. So we've got one of her daughters is staying with us. So it was kind of weird for me because she arrived last night while I was gone. So like this morning I wake up, and I go downstairs, and then this like other girl comes down, and it's okay. I don't know you, but it's cool. And I that's probably what it's like for everybody else when I came. Um, and in school, I did stuff during school. Actually, one thing at lunch, speaking of Disney songs, um, we were singing Supercalifrag. I always say Supercaliforniasurfaceexperts on the ocean now. We were singing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious I don't know why. We just were. And I remembered that I have I'll Make a Man Out of You with the version where your right ear's English and the left ear's Mandarin. Um, so I let her listen to that, and it was like magic, and she was singing along in Spanish. It was really funny. But Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious sounds so cool with a Spanish accent, you guys. Like, if you ever get a chance to ask somebody who was raised in like Mexico or Spain or something how they said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, because it's awesome. Um, yeah, today was nice because it was Friday. I feel like I'm kind of starting to a little bit fit in a little bit more at school. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better at talking to people. Just a little bit. Like, and not like actually conversations, but that might have just been today. I might have just been too sleep deprived today. Today, I'll talk about the lockers. Because I used mine today. I normally don't use my locker very much because I just have everything in my bag and you only have one binder. It's not like America where you have a binder for every single class. Um, but we've got these cool lockers where they're like really high tech. Like here, 1 second. You get this card, and there are there are two big banks of lockers, and they're double sided, and each side is a color. Mine's orange, as you can see from that O, if you can see that O. And then there are like columns, and every column is numbered, and I don't know how many there are, probably like 15 or 20. Column 10. And then there are 5 lockers, I think, on top of each other. Locker 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one, number 1 is the top one, then it goes down. And what you do is, this is your key, basically. And they've got one thing in like the first row that says, orange. And so, that's the orange bank. Because the lockers are all painted like red. And it's just this little like twisty thing that you can't twist. And you put this card in front, there's like a little hole for like a radio signal or something. In this one that says orange. And you go and you stick this card in front of it and you hear a little click, and that's your locker unlocking. And then it stays open, I think it's on a timer. It stays open for a certain amount of time, and you just walk down. It's a pretty long time, but you walk down and you twist the thing, that is now unlocked, and you open it, and then it just locks after you close it again. And the lockers look really tiny. They're only like this tall, I think, and like this wide maybe. But this wide. I don't know, but you could fit a lot of stuff in them. Like they're really deep. So anyway, lockers. Thought I'd at least mention that because I've got nothing else to talk about really. So after school, came home, ate crepes. I found out that next Thursday they want to keep me up until midnight again. And it's kind of crabby that I found out through an email to like everybody that I'm going to be giving a presentation next on Thursday about my home or something. I'm not entirely sure because they didn't tell me about it. Like I just got copied on the email that's sent to everybody, the entire club, where they're like, this week we'll be doing this, and you arrive at this time here. It's like, this week you'll see the presentations from Mariposa and Danny. Okay? I just saw you last night. You kept me out until midnight, even though I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. And you couldn't have told me? So, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't have even noticed today, but Danny, I mentioned that I don't check my email very much, because since I've been coming here, I, haven't checked my email very much. It's difficult. And I mentioned that, and I'm really glad I did, because Danny called me, and she was like, hey, I know you said you didn't check your email very much, so I thought I'd let you know that we're expected to give a presentation next week, and we just got copied in an email about this. So, she's just my savior, and she, emailed the guy and was asking him what kind of presentation we're supposed to give, but it's supposed to be in French. We've been here for a month, and let's have him give a whole presentation in French. And it's gotta be about home. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, really, I live at Lake Tahoe. Look at all these gorgeous pictures that my dad took. Look at my family. So yeah, I don't know. And I plan on spending today, the rest of today at least, not doing very much because I'm so tired. Not much of a ramble this time. I'm sorry yesterday's was so weird and my train of thought was just, or not yesterday, Wednesday. Wednesday was so weird and my train of thought was all over the place, and I need somebody to talk to, I think. Long conversations that are not hampered by a language boundary. Real conversation. I like how I always need a real conversation when I get to making my vlog, but then whenever I actually get to talk to anybody on Skype, we're like, hi. So do you like Belgium? Yep. Cool. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop now. Hopefully I didn't ramble on for too long or leave too many pauses. Yeah, that was yesterday and today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.